Yep, so hi everybody. My name is Donald Chan and I'm a senior in American International School. So today I'm going to talk about my story, my introvert story. So the term introvert in the Oxford Dictionary means a really shy and reticent person. In the psychological world, an introvert is a person that reacts to fewer external stimuli compared to extroverts. And in the Urban Dictionary, introvert is a person that's really thoughtful and is really lonely because all their friends were stolen by the extroverts. And in the Donald Chan Dictionary, which you can find in any bookstore, introvert means who I am. If I can represent that in a mathematical equation, introvert plus a fat big body equals to me. So in this world, the extroverts are more easily noticed, and that's why it seems that they are more highly valued compared to the introverts. They are never scared to say, hey, I'm here, or they are never scared to express their feeling or their thoughts. On the other hand, introverts have their own challenges in this world. The introverts are seen as the weirdos, the loners, the rude barbarians because they don't talk much. And being an introvert actually brought a lot of funny twists and funny moments in my life. I can still remember every year in my report card, the thing that you can find the most, except for my A's in all my classes, is the statement that he should participate more in class. In holidays, extroverts will hang out with their friends every day. They'll do whatever they like. But in my life, when holiday comes by, you can never find me. My phone will always be off, and my Facebook account will be deactivated. Or it was never activated at all. So, a few years ago, I was courageous enough, or as my friends will say, I'm crazy enough to go study abroad to the States, and I went for a boarding school. And that was a cool experience for me. As being an introvert, there are more challenges for me to break through compared to other people. I need to walk out of my little fantasy world and into the real life and real interactive world, where being interactive is the survival mode. So I try to walk out, I say hi and good morning to nearly everybody I see. However, every time when I try to interact and connect to the real world, something weird and funny will happen. Once I said hi to this person, that person raised his fist up. I thought, whoa, did I do something wrong? Should I defend myself with my Chinese Kung Fu or anything? Next thing I know, all he wanted was a fist pump. I was like, what? Next thing I know, people around me start talking in slangs and different phrases like LOL, OMG. And they'll start doing different weird stuff. They're like, look at the ring down here. And I look at it, and they will say, aha, now I can punch you. I'm like, what is this world I'm living in right now? And once there was a school ball. I was so ready, and I was like ready to connect to the world again, and I was wearing my hoodie and my slippers. Next thing I know, I see everybody else around me that's wearing elegant gowns and beautiful tuxedos. By then, I was like thinking to myself, using that new phrase that I learned, OMG, oh my God, what is this? So, as you can see, my barrier in my life is not being able to connect to the world properly because of my introvert characteristic. So, to me, I think a barrier is actually like a mirror, like the one in Snow White. They'll tell you the truth, and they'll show you who you are. They will show you your qualities, but at the same time, they'll show you your defects and your flaws. Different people react to all these flaws and defects differently. Some people might moan and groan and complain and cry all the time. They get so mad and so desperate, they'll start talking to the volleyball and call it Wilson, like Tom Hanks did in Castaway. Some people will just accept it and appreciate their defects. That's what I do sometimes. I enjoy being an introvert. I love my time being alone, to think, to imagine, and to watch TV. Trust me, if I am not an introvert and if I didn't appreciate my characteristics, I would not have met one of my best friends, my TV. So, of course, there are some people that will actually attack and overcome those defects. That's what I did during my experience. I tried to walk out and talk to everybody I see, and I squeeze out all those phrases. And I try to connect to the real world. But of course, if you want to overcome those defects, it will take time. But during those time, you actually Start learning more about yourself, what you can actually be, what you can actually do, and what the world is actually like. So I never realized I can talk to people for more than 2 phrases, hi and goodbye. I never realized that connecting to the world is not as frightening and as meaningless as I first thought about. And I never realized that nowadays people like to say hi by raising up their fists. So of course, all these different ways to tackle the barriers will have their pros and cons. Like a really short period of time of complaining and moaning will actually relax, you get relaxed and you get all your stress out. But however, if you start moaning and groaning for too long, next thing you know, you'll be wasting up your time and wasting up your energy. On the other hand, if you just merely accept all those defects you have, yeah, you'll know who you are, you'll learn more about yourself, you use your qualities, and you try to do some different achievements with it. However, the next thing you know, you're still not solving the specific problems that you have. And of course, you can tackle them and you can solve all those problems and find out who you actually are, but then a person can only change that much. So to effectively use your barriers and not let them stop you is when you can actually find a balance between the 3. And when you can actually find the balance between the 3 of them, you actually learn more about yourself, you know who you are, you know how to define yourself, and you know how to define your life. I'm still an introvert, but then now I enjoy going out, talking to my friends, and talking to the world, and receive all those different ideas. Now, so does being an introvert stop anybody from contributing to the society? Stop them from making a change? Stop them from taking an action? No, no, and no. Does any limits, flaws, or barriers will actually stop us from contributing to the society or making a change or speaking up? No. Okay, now the $1 million question is, if barriers don't stop us from making a change, then what does? The answer is really simple. The only thing that can stop us from actually making a change is when you stop believing and when you stop thinking. This is the concept that our society runs on, and that's what makes our society progress and grow. If Christopher Columbus did not believe that our world is round and that he's in India instead of the United States, we wouldn't know how important a map is, and Google Map won't be created. If Walt Disney did not believe in his techniques and his skills, and he did not believe in his pet mouse, he would not create it. He would not have created Mickey Mouse. He would not have created Disney. He would not have created Donald Duck. And my friends could not make fun of me all the time and call me Duck or Ducky. So, I saw this TV show once and I really loved that quote. It's like, it says how a harmonious and working society don't consist of 100 people that shares the same idea, but rather 100 people having their own thoughts and ideas, and how 100 of them will respect each other and accept each other's thought. So, in a sense, we're all different, we're all unique. That's why our world is so different and diverse. That's why we can have so many changes happening all the time. And when we have that belief and when we have that thought in us, actually all the hard work is done. We're halfway there for making a change. All you need is just speaking it out, expressing it, or actually make it happen. See, Ronald Reagan had this crazy plan. He called it the Star Wars plan. So he said we can create a satellite, we can shoot down the missiles that are flying into the United States. Of course, that never happened. It's never going to happen. It's crazy. But then by speaking it out, the Soviet Union got so scared, it broke into pieces right now. So you can see, all those actions that you need to take just by expressing it, it might be scary, it might be like horrible, it's hard to achieve because of all those lack of courage or all those barriers. But as what I have said before, if you use those barriers properly, nothing can stop you. Those barriers can actually help you in making those things happen. And if you really have a strong belief in your thoughts and your ideas, barriers will be gone. And next thing okay, what am I supposed to say right now? Oh, yeah, okay. All right, so I am not really sure. Like everybody will make a change for sure in their life. Might not be, there's no change that will be small or meaningless. Trust me. I can tell you that for sure your change will actually affect you. It might not affect the others, it might not affect the society, it might not affect the world, but it will affect you. As we can see back in the great old days in France, when it's during the time of Louis XVI, his wife, the queen, the French queen, Marie Antoinette, was like telling the poor people how, if you guys can't afford a bread, then eat a cake. It was meaningless. That action seems meaningless. And it's like, what? Next thing you know, her life changed completely. Her head got chopped off. So you can see, like, it seems meaningless, that change, but then it affected her life seriously. So all I wanted to say is that make those beliefs come true. Make sure, okay, let me start again. Okay, I need to end like really strong, okay? So, all right. So you only live once. YOLO, yeah, YOLO, someone said. All right, so make all your beliefs come true, make all your thoughts come true, and make nothing stop you. Okay, and that's what I'm gonna say today. As an introvert, I think I've been talking way too much today, so. Thank you. Thank you. Please try to not bother me anymore. I don't want to talk anymore. Yeah.